Hey man, we're going to break down your backside 180s. You're struggling with getting pop and the landing. Both of those usually derive from the same thing. So we'll go and review your clips. Might as well put it into 0.8 speed, and we'll see what I can notice to help you improve your future attempts. So I'll just watch at full speed here, and then we'll start breaking it down. Cool. Do. Here. Oh, can we go frame by frame? So it's better to upload it on YouTube just because that'll let us go frame by frame. So here I'll do like little pausing, but it won't be quite as precise. Uh, First, let's tackle your takeoff. So you're doing a good takeoff. You don't need much of a setup carve or anything for a back one. So I like that. But what we're seeing here is, see how you're hunching forward here? The more you hunch forward over your board on your toe edge for backside spins, the less upwards hop you're going to be getting out of your snowboard. So if you're trying to get more power off of your snowboard, the taller you can keep your posture, the more your weight will be generated straight upward, helping you get more lift. The next thing we're going to watch, this is why YouTube's a bit better, is your timing. Yeah, so this is another common mistake we see a lot on backside 180s. And notice how your board is lifting off the jump takeoff before the lip's completely gone. This is making it so you're not fully utilizing your snowboard nor the jump. So what you want to be doing is actually making sure your board's making contact with the snow for as long as possible. So you're going up and you're pressing that tail off the jump. It's not like an ollie, but it's just going and making sure that you're not 2 foot popping away from the lip of the jump and instead pushing through it, making sure that you spring off your tail, maximizing the amount of lip and pop you'll get off the jump. It's not super early, but that's a little thing you can change that will really help you improve your height. The next thing we're going to watch is the spot. So you're doing the blind landing, but what's happening here is you're doing it too soon. You can see already here, your head is starting to look away straight to the knuckle. When you're doing a backside 180, if you want to have maximum control, you actually need to pop up looking forward at first. Your eyes locked on the knuckle in front of you. So as you go past the knuckle, you follow it, leading you into a blind landing position. You're skipping that step a little bit, putting you straight into that blind landing spot. What makes it more tricky to get control and see for as much of the air, what can cause sliding out. And it's also causing you, or one of the factors, but you're looking up super early from a blind landing. This is okay to do when you're doing a back one, only if though you have a more clear spot of the knuckle for a longer period of time. Because on a backside 180, you can actually use counter rotation in the air to kill your rotation, making it so the blind landing isn't as important to hold as long as say on like a back five or something. So changing your view to a forward view in front of a knuckle and letting it go past you as you keep tracking will help you increase that consistency, because you can see here you wash to your heels. Uh, so easy fix for this is just making sure you hold the blind landing longer. Because you want to work on fixing it with the form and the spot so you're not in that position to slip out, but you can just hold that landing position longer. So notice how you land, and then you're basically looking downhill, and when you're looking up right away, you're only sliding up because you're looking up too soon. So if you keep your vision blind uphill for longer, you'll be able to go and kill your momentum. So then when you look up, you won't have that momentum washing you to your heels. We have one more here we'll go and break down. That might have been an intentional revert because now you're doing it switch, I guess, or I might just be tripping. It's pretty late. Let me just rewind. Okay, no, I'm just tripping a little bit. My bad. So coming up, same thing. See how your head is down? I'll stop sharing in a second. I'll show you a bit more of a proper form. Pop up. Oh, let's get a little look at that tail real quick. So that one's better. Your tail's making more contact. So that tells me that's not a serious issue, but coming around, and you can see it here. You're sort of needing to flick your backside 180 around, and your head's sort of catching up and your arms are getting caught up. So I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to show you what I do when I do back ones to maximize the pop, the steed. Don't look at the legs for the current steed. Okay, we'll just talk about pop right now because it's hard to talk about Steve and this fit. So you're going into the jump super hinged forward at the waist. So you're taking off sort of like this. What this does is two things. First of all, when you jump, you're not getting much energy for your body because you're not utilizing your whole body. Because when you want to jump off the jump, you want to go and use everything springing off that back leg, making sure your tail's making contact with the snow the whole time. When you're hunched over, you're also putting momentum then forward. So you can't go and put as much juice and power straight up because your power is sending you forward. What happens when you start drifting is you'll be landing more heel heavy, causing you to wash out more frequently. So what I do when I'm doing back ones is I hold a taller form, get on my toes, pop with that tall form. As I'm rotating, my head's still straight, looking down. I spot the knuckle, follow that knuckle the whole way, and let my body rotate past. And that's where I'm getting the blind landing position, from following that knuckle the whole time with my head. So then I go, dig in my toes, hold that spot, and once I land it, then I fully look up. It's going and changing those two things, making sure you're not leaned over off the jump, and making sure that you're spotting ahead of you, letting your head come back and fall behind as you do the continued spot. Those are the two things you need to do to really maximize control on back ones, and that will let you start going and getting tweaks with it, etc. Another little thing to note is making sure your arms aren't getting caught out of your way. You don't want to top your back one and have your back arm in like this, right? You want to go and leave the rotation of your upper body, not enough to disconnect you, but just a little bit. So that way you can go and play catch up and use counter rotation to finish it off, helping you go and stop a rotation. Those are the tips I have for now. Go and work on them, implement them, and then submit more clips, and we'll go and keep pushing to help you get the back ones you really want to be doing.